Golf is a game measured by distance. Inches separate champions. It starts with a drive. But for James Blackwell, one drive was nearly the end. Inches separated life from death.
It was the first time that I was like, that could have very easily been the end.
Growing up in Western New York, golf was life.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we'd play. And then I started to get pretty good, and then at age 7, I think the first tournament I played in was the PAL, it's a local police athletic league tournament, and I won that. And then, I kind of realized that I was pretty good.
So good, even the world's best knew of the 8-year-old kid from Buffalo.
8-year-old James Blackwell of Buffalo, the chance to meet and work with Tiger Woods.
My dad always had me play up in the age group once he realized that I was pretty good. So once I turned 12 and started beating everybody, then I realized, and he realized, and other people realized that I could hold my own to some degree.
As a freshman and sophomore at St. Joe's Collegiate Institute, he clearly was the best in the game. His drives rocketed down fairways, his approach shots destined for pins. With every victory, every sub-70 round, every headline, the amateur legend grew. At the time, trophies were only outnumbered by college recruiting letters.
I think up until that point I had only lost one high school match, or I don't even think I lost one high school match. I think I at worst tied individually, and that was the year before. I had won everything, all high school related, prior to that point. So up until the accident at least.
911, where's your emergency?
Loaded up the car and put the irons on the inside part of my leg and took off to head back. I remember when we got on, he told me to put my seatbelt on because I had a very bad habit of thinking I was too cool to wear a seatbelt. I think it was right around the time that we got on the 290 that the rain picked up again. Next thing I knew, I feel like a little fishtail type thing going on. And then it was raining pretty good at that point in time. And Uncle Jim, or Mr. Horn, my instructor, I call him Uncle Jim because he took care of me. He yelled out, "Oh no."
Yeah, there's a rollover accident. There's a DMC envoy.
After heavy rain, the SUV Blackwell was a passenger in hydroplaned. Headed 70 miles per hour at oncoming traffic, it flipped 3 times. Paramedics used the jaws of life to free the driver from the wreckage. First responders at the scene wrapped Blackwell's fractured, bloodied left hand in towels and told him not to look at it.
They were asking me am I hurting? Which at the time, when you're in that much shock, you don't really feel anything. I could feel like a really weird cold feeling in my hand. I didn't think I was gonna really be able to do too much competitively at the time.
The game, which promised his future, now the last on his mind.
The clubs that I had right next to me, the ones that I was trying out, I don't know how it happened, but they just snapped right next to my leg, I guess. Because some of them were still in the car, some of them were out on the road, but they were all snapped. There was a lot of thoughts going through my mind at the time, but me playing golf was not up there. I was pretty thankful because, I don't know, it was the first time that I was that could have very easily been the end.
It wasn't. What followed was nearly 8 months of rehab, doctor visits, and even learning to play golf again with one hand.
You're not performing like you should perform or like you have performed. And instead of being better, you're worse, and kids that you were whooping on are now whooping on you.
Life, and the sport he loved, slowly returned. The recruiting letters did not.
The accident happened, and they were still around. But then once I tried to, first year or two coming back, and I mean, we were all over the place. And then that's kind of when they stepped off to the side. I mean, you could say it stopped because it was the summer and all their kids were out playing, but it never picked back up, mainly because I wasn't very good.
A game measured by distance, but defined by staying the course.
Realistically, for a program like us and a school like us, we wouldn't have been looked at from his standpoint as heavily as what we were.
It was a lot like me, because Ball State was that no-name team that nobody really knew about, but they would go out and they beat you up, and then they'd leave, and there's no egos.
I don't look at it from a standpoint of, hey, you lost this time when you were younger. This time that we have now goes pretty fast in itself. Every day we work on stuff to help him become better, to help us become better. If I'm getting the most out of James Blackwell as a young man, as a student athlete, as a golfer, then our program's going to benefit.
In life, just as in golf, staying the course through the rough can be rewarding. Life is passing. To seize it, we must keep ourselves focused on the present. And for now, James Blackwell's focus is on Ball State.
I mean, you build toward the future, but we're in the now. It's good for maybe a month or a year, depending upon what tournament you win, but I mean, if you can't keep it up, after a while it fades away and it doesn't mean anything. So we're in the now and go from there.
For Ball State Sports Link, I'm Aaron Van Auken.